If you are a teacher and you wish to grow beyond the classroom teaching, you wish to step into leadership, start your own projects, or get into the non-governmental organization sector, well, project management, monitoring, and evaluation is your course to do. Hello. Do. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel International Teacher TV, where we talk, discuss, learn everything and anything to do with teaching, early childhood development, teacher professional development, or teacher training. Feel free to comment below with any topics that you would want me to talk about, any assignments that you have, and I can review them here. So today we are going to talk about why it is important for us to do project management, monitoring, and evaluation as a teacher. I've been a teacher for several years. I've taught early childhood education, and at the same time, I worked with non-governmental organizations. I've been training teachers with a non-governmental organization, and later on, I moved overseas. I'm now an international teacher, but I still like to research and to share my knowledge with others who are still trying to get where they want to be. So let's get back to project management. When it comes to working in the NGO, project management comes as an added advantage from my own understanding. It is a good added advantage as compared to someone who doesn't have project management skills. However, NGOs these days do not just want someone with project management, monitoring, and evaluation skills only without the prior knowledge of the industry or the sector that the NGO is working with. For example, if you want to do NGO work and that NGO is working with the education sector, they look for people with education background. On top of education background, that's when project management, monitoring, and evaluation becomes an added advantage. So you cannot just do project management, monitoring, and evaluation and then expect to work in a sector which you do not have prior knowledge of. However, the beauty of teaching is that our profession cuts across the board. You can do education work in the health sector. You can do education work in any other sector. However, people in those sectors cannot come and do education work in the education sector or in any other sector. They need someone who is trained to teach, to train, to develop. So it puts us at an added advantage despite the fact that prior knowledge to the sector is very important. What am I trying to say? If you want to work in the health sector, besides having project management skills, you still need to know stuff about health. That is what NGOs these days are looking at. They don't just look at project management, monitoring, and evaluation. So get me right on that. You do not just get a job right away because you've got project management, monitoring, and evaluation. But it is an added advantage for you to grow beyond the classroom. Because when you are in the classroom and you've got a degree, that is enough. But if you want to go out of the classroom, being able to plan, to organize, whole things that come with the learning of project management, monitoring, and evaluation comes into play. Right. So what jobs can you do? You see websites like UNICEF or other non-governmental organizations website, they post jobs like NGO education officer. I see those jobs posted many times on LinkedIn. The other one is the training coordinator. You can do teacher professional development. You can do training, facilitating workshops. There are some schools that are not government schools, that are private schools, and some of them are group of schools, some of them are trust schools, and they need a coordinator. Someone who has done project management, monitoring, and evaluation can well secure that job. You are not in the classroom, you are now in the administration, but you are still a teacher. So project management can also aid into you being a good match for that job. So in a nutshell, if you want to get into school leadership, project management is good. NGO community work, monitoring and evaluation is on top, as well as project management. If you can do both, well, that's good. Community work as well, project management, monitoring and evaluation. Education consultancy is also another one. It's another area that hasn't been explored by many teachers, but we are very much capable of doing that. It's a matter of showing up and showing the world your skills and your abilities and applying when they are organizations that need education consultants, and you can become an education consultant. You can become an education consultant in Zimbabwe or even out of Zimbabwe. You can consult for someone who's out of Zimbabwe whilst you are in Zimbabwe teaching in your own classroom. So the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit, especially on education consultancy. You might not even need project management skills, but monitoring and evaluation skills are very essential for you to be an education consultant. If you have a master's, if you have a PhD, and you are a teacher, consultancy work is for you. If you are not being consulted, or if you're not consulting for any organization, you are sitting on your skills. Why the heck did you do all those articles if you are not a consultant? Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I hope this has helped you. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe.